Hello, my name is Dr. Lauren Huff and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have a nonprofit organization called Daughters Need a Father, and the reason why I started the organization is because I ran into a lot of adult women that are still suffering from what we call daddy wounds. They didn't have their father growing up in the home. Either the father died or the parents divorced, the father was incarcerated, or he abandoned the family. Some of the fathers were on military separation. A lot of times the fathers were in the home, but he was emotionally unavailable because he was working long hours to support the family, or he was a drug addict or alcoholic. But I think that society still minimizes the effect that not having a father in the home affects the children. It really does. It affects the children. The research that I've conducted showed that a lot of homes where there's not a father, there's stress between the daughter and the mother because the mother's a sole income earner and she's trying to work to support the family. So I think it's very important to teach these girls self-love, self-worth, teach them to value themselves so that when they grow up, they'll be able to reach their full potential. I decided on this channel I was going to talk about one of my new books. This book is called a Guidebook, Single Mothers Raising Daughters. And I decided that every day I would take one chapter at a time and just dive deep to why I chose that particular topic to talk about in the book. I am an advocate for fatherless girls because I feel that society minimizes the effect that not having a loving, caring relationship with the father has on a young girl. It affects her when they grow up and when she grows up in her career, in her finances, in relationships. The research I conducted showed that women who did not have a father in the home have the inability to maintain long-lasting relationships, and often in relationships and divorce, or sometimes not even getting married at all. So today I want to start in chapter 1. The book is available at barnesandnoble.com or amazon.com. And so the first chapter, first I want to tell you about the book. If you are a mother raising a daughter alone, your daughter may be feeling the effects of being fatherless. Fatherless is defined as the absence of a biological father after a divorce, death, military separation, abandonment, or incarceration. There is a need for all children to have a loving interaction from both biological parents. With that said, you must first understand that the state of being fatherless has a direct impact on a child's ability to receive and give love, and that's even to her own children as an adult. So, some of the effects of not having a father in the home. This is very important. Research shows that girls raised in father-absent families are more likely to live in poverty, be sexually promiscuous, experience a teenage pregnancy, experience depression, perform poorly in school, experiment with alcohol, tobacco, and drugs, exhibit violent behavior, have suicidal thoughts, have mental illness, and low self-esteem. Girls with low self-esteem are more likely to have many sexual partners and will be less likely to require male partners to use condoms. That is some information that would be very useful to the single parent. So the first chapter is be intentional. The reason why I felt like it was important to start that chapter off with be intentional, because I want the mother to know that it's going to take a lot of effort on her part to give that daughter what she needs. Because eventually she's going to grow up and she's going to be 18 and she's going to leave your home. And you want to make sure that she's equipped to handle the world. And when she dates, you want her to be able to handle dating and be equipped to handle temptation. So that's why I'm stressing you have to be intentional. You can't just go to work, come home, tell your daughter, did you do your homework? Okay, go to bed, go back to... No, you're going to need to talk to your daughter. You're going to have a dialogue with her. And you're going to have to let her know and let her feel that you truly love her. Because what they're missing is love, daily love from a caring father. So you are going to have to show your daughter that you love her. Okay? And you're going to need to say it too. Because if you don't show your daughter that you love her, she will find love outside the home from anybody who will be willing to give it to her. So that's why I think I'm stressing it's very important that you show your daughter love. Okay? So I'm going to the next page. I support a lot of single mothers, and the mothers that I support, I don't think they really quite understand the task of being a single mother. They still want to date, they still want to go to the club, and they still want to meet men, and I understand that. But you cannot do so much of that you're not around your child, okay? So I'm stressing, get out of the club. It's not going to be something that you need to do every single weekend. Okay, I understand you want to do it occasionally, but no, we're not going to do it every weekend because this is a child that God has blessed you with, and you are responsible for this child, okay? So your number one priority is to take care of your child and make sure she has everything she needs. So if that means, okay, you put your life on hold for several years until you know that she has the foundation, because you need to do the work early. If you lay a good foundation when your child is 12, 13, 14, it'll be easy sailing. I promise you. But if you are very neglectful early on, you're going to have problems once your child reaches the teenage years. People say all the time, the teenage years is so hard, the teenage years is so hard. Yes, they will be difficult if you don't lay a solid foundation. Okay? I also want to talk about attachment patterns. The research that I conducted, I researched attachment patterns, and there are several of them. There's secure, avoidant, insecure, just to name 3. So the attachment patterns are formed in childhood, in infancy, and they're carried on throughout adult life. Okay, so it's very important that you understand that because you want your daughter to have secure attachment patterns. If they have secure attachment patterns, they're more likely to be more successful once they reach adulthood in all adult relationships. But if they're insecure or avoidant, then they are going to be less cohesive, and they will more likely have the inability to trust. So the inability to trust in the workplace is not a good thing, because you need to, in the workplace, you're going to need to have trust from your peers, your clients, stakeholders. So trust is very important. And if a child does not feel loved and secure in childhood, they're going to grow up not trusting anybody. So that's why I'm stressing that you are aware that the goal is to nurture your child so that she can have secure attachment patterns. Okay, she'll be successful at her job, and then she'll be successful in her marriage if she decides to get married. Okay. Also, The mother's responsibility is to affirm a child. So if you think of affirming, you think of giving words of affirmation. So you'll say, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are intelligent, you are strong. Those are words of affirmation. See, the father, his role is to confirm a child. So if a father is missing in the home, then the child's not receiving confirmation. And that's a big problem. But if you are aware of this, you're going to need to affirm and also find ways to confirm your daughter. And I feel like God did not intend for this at all. This is not the way things were set up. It was really meant for a child to grow up in a two-parent household. But in 2017, that's not really the norm like I hope it would be. But that's all we're going to talk about today. Tomorrow, next time, we'll talk about chapter 2. Chapter 2 is titled, How Are You Going to Raise a Whole Child If You're Broken? See you next time. Thank you for watching.